Hello and welcome to the St. Martin's Church podcast. This week we're concentrating solely on ABC, which is a group that happens every Tuesday at the church and is for adults who have children that they look after, whether that's parents or grandparents or whatever really. And it's mainly for toddlers and babies. And this group is incredibly vibrant, incredibly popular, and has been a bit of a route through for a lot of people who've come into the church. And so I wanted to find out more about what happens.
So I'm Nikki. I'm the operations manager for St. Martin's Church.
So what is ABC then?
So ABC is mums, babies, toddler, not just mums, grandparents, dads, nannies, group.
People who've got kids, basically.
Yeah, and it's run from by the church, and I actually joined as a parent with a 2-year-old, and it's a real community and real friendships are formed, and there's something really unique about that, about how it comes together, and something really special about that. Yeah.
I'm Tiff.
So you're also involved in ABC.
Yeah.
And am I right in thinking that's how you came to the church, is that right?
Yeah, I'm an ABC mum, as they call us. So when you're new to a town, I've only been here for 3.5 years. I just had a baby. I was looking for a baby group to get out the house. I didn't know anyone. And I think it's the same for a lot of mums that move here. You don't know anyone, and if your kids are too young to go to school, like, where do you meet people? Yeah. So there's quite a few groups in town, and our one, they're very good at welcoming people in, and they have members from the church come in and kind of serve the tea and just hang around, chat to people, and it's really nice. It's nice to get to know the people from the church in that kind of way. There's no agenda. They just want to chat to you and get to know you, and it's really nice.
Hi, I'm Pete Morgan.
It seems to be this amazing, I suppose, I don't know, like a doorway for people, kind
Absolutely.
of a gateway, if you like.
Absolutely that. It's that thing of preach the gospel, if absolutely necessary, use words, that somebody said. Yeah. And it doesn't have to preach the gospel by banging them over the head with Bibles at all. They come along, they're loved, and above everything else, they subtly become part of the church family. And so then one of the mums thinks she'll have the baby baptised at church, and loads come along to it. And when they walk into church, there's loads of people they know, and they're welcomed, and they're part of the family. They've been up when we've had an ABC Christingle, or we've had an ABC Easter service. They're used to being in there, and they know the faces, and it's not, we've got to go into that big tall building to do something strange. It's, I want to say, yes, I'm part of this family. They're welcomed.
Okay, my name's Phil, and I'm the curate at St. Martin's. So ABC is a place where mums and dads can come with their younger children and socialise. It gives them space to talk, give them space to feel comfortable, and sharing coffee and just talking about the week. And that's such an essential part of community life, that we can offload things onto each other and just talk about things, everyday things. Especially if you've got a young family and you feel like you're stuck in a home. The door, once the door's shut, you can feel quite ostracised. Especially if maybe your partner is going out to work in the daytime or off somewhere else during the daytime, and you're left in that home. Having a place where they can come and be that community of sharing is, there's a really lovely dynamic to it. And we run 2 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So the one in the morning starts around 9:30 and goes on till 12 o'clock. And the second one starts at 1 o'clock and goes on till about 3:30. And people are free to drop in and out as they please. I'd love us to see that we have more families in the church from all sorts of backgrounds. Because I believe the church is a community that is built up of families. It's a family of families. If we are to grow as a church, we need to incorporate people from every background we've got to make sure all these people feel comfortable. And especially with those people who don't have any background of church, who don't know really what it is and are searching for something, that they can come in and feel comfortable in that place, know their children are getting the very best that we can give them and not second best. Knowing that their children can make a noise and not be looked at. Knowing that there is love there and acceptance for where they're at and no judgment at all. Because as soon as there's judgment, then there's discrimination. That just builds up barriers. And the church is all about breaking down barriers, not putting them up. The more barriers we can tear down, the more of a community we can be.
So there you have it. That was ABC, and just amazing to hear from some of the different people involved what goes on and what the heart behind it is, really. And there are many people, to name a few, Annie and Val, and there's plenty of other people who are really involved in ABC, and the church relies on them to keep it going. And so even though they weren't interviewed, actually, they are a huge part of it. And it's a wonderful thing to see so many people coming together to make this thing. And for it to be so important to the church, I think, is an amazing thing. So next week, we're going to be hearing a bit more. We heard from Phil, who's the curate, just then. But we're going to be hearing a little bit more about him and who he is and his life. And him and his family have recently moved to Lisgarden. So we're going to find out a little bit more about their journey. So we'll see you next week.